Okay. Heelys, it's time for your end. How's it going, homies? I got the Toho music out today. We're doing I turned on background, right? Yeah. So I can hear it and you can hear it. We're doing a silly little stream today. White man jump scare. Hey, welcome in Kirby. And Leo and Roboman. Time for taser. Oh, baby. I scalped these taser modules off of my, hang on a second. These are off 11 volts, right? I pulled these off the taser piano. An old project. Maybe some of you guys remember it. Let me test to make sure they work. It's probably important. Yes. They do in fact work. Gonna shoot you soon? Do it now, cause there's a secret. I didn't put it in the advertising kind of secret, not actually secret kind of project that we're doing today. You see, on the... This camera is so fucking crooked. You know why? It's not mounted to the ceiling. It's on a tripod. And the tripod leg sticks straight out. And when you walk behind the desk in the little, like, alleyway, it's the easiest thing in the world to kick. So it gets kicked all the time. And it always makes the camera crooked. Hey, Thorax Kitsu, welcome in. Sarek, welcome. Ebola. Agent Orbs, Dakaru. Thera, Indrik, welcome. You'd be expecting it? Okay, well, let me say what I was gonna say. So, I showed this on the Twitter post for the, like, what we're going to be turning into the taser nerf. But this actually can't be turned into a taser nerf because you need one that you load a dart into the end for. Because it has to have the little probes on the dart. And this, it's gonna get all tangled up in the mechanism because it's got a real complicated thing up in there. No, what we're actually going to do today is first, I'm gonna try to convert this into the new Nerf Redeem. And then I'm gonna take the Nerf Redeem Nerf gun, which is like one of the cheapest ones, and you load things in the end on that one, and turn that into our taser Nerf. So let's try to retire our old Nerf gun. Our old Nerf Redeem gun. Because he's had a long life and he was never intended to last this long. Is it shooting the taser things? I want it to shoot the taser. On the end of the dart. If it's just like a knife thing, oh, that's a lot easier. We can just stick these things all over a gun and then there we go, taser nerf. Oi, oi. Should help with the ammo issue? That's what I'm thinking. The Stampede is unique. Apparently these are kind of valuable now, because they don't make any other Nerf gun like this. Okay, well, the batteries are very dead right now. But, what makes them unique is that this guy, can shoot full auto, or, like, repeatedly, without needing to spin up a flywheel. It's like one of the only ones. All the other ones, you have to hold down a little thing that makes it go... So you couldn't sneakily shoot someone. This, though, was always the best, when I was a kid at least, because you could just shoot it. In any case, this is going to become our Redeem, our Nerf Redeem, hopefully. I tried to do it before, and I wasn't able to, because it didn't accept the power source. But I think what the problem was is that I wasn't supplying enough current. Similarly, I didn't have lipos at the time, and now I have these lipo cells, and I think one of these boys is gonna do it for us. Because this has 6 D-cell batteries in it that we need to replace. So let's get this guy open. We are kind of starting right into it, just because I want to get this part working first. No full auto in buildings, bro. That's a classic. How old is that video at this point? How old is no full auto in buildings in current year? Well, the taser version is not gonna have... It's not gonna have a, full auto. It's gotta be single shot. It's gotta give it all it's got. The redeem is to shoot... No. No. The taser... Okay. There are many things Twitch gets confused on what is and isn't violating the self-harm rule. Shooting myself with a taser would actually hurt. Those are, like, legitimately dangerous as well. Auto tasers. It doesn't have to be. You wouldn't need to get hit with multiple. You can just get hit with one, and that's, like, enough. Ooh, mixed batteries. They always say on these things, don't mix the battery types. Well, I guess these are all the same kind. They're all alkaline. They're also all dead. This gun dying when you're a kid is the worst because you know mom is gonna have to go to the store and she's gonna see how much money 6D cells cost and she is not gonna want to buy you more. Welcome back. Oh, hey, Dystra. Yeah, I had a great time at Off-Kai. The panel went really well. Also, I retweeted it on Twitter, so you guys could see, but someone cosplayed as me at Off-Kai, which is, like, the coolest thing ever. That's, like, a top 5 coolest thing that's happened to me while streaming. I saw a taser, now I'm here. Hell yeah, Midwest Dullahan. Hot Wheels track used them. D batteries were used in a lot of toys. They were like... Kids today don't remember the struggle, because probably everything uses rechargeable batteries, right? But like, you had to have a lot of batteries in stock. Growing up. Yeah, $15 for 6D batteries. I know, right? That was like going rate then too. So 9 volts are like really expensive too. It's kind of ridiculous. Because you can get like one of these is like $15. And this thing can be used over and over and over again, and it punches a lot harder. Half a Christmas with batteries. That was like a significant amount of like the budget of getting gifts growing up went into buying the batteries for them. Them one-use vape batteries that are actually rechargeable. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. There's videos and stuff telling you how to recharge them, too. Alright, I'm gonna try to grab... There's like a spring. I don't even know how to show you. Way down in the gun, there's a spring. I'm gonna try to, like... forcep this thing down in here. With these alligator clips. Hey, that one works. You might actually be able to do both like this. That's why all the toys bragged about batteries being included. When the batteries were included, though, they were, like, literally the shittiest batteries in the world. They were those ones that would be called, like, Duramax or something. And then you'd pick it up. You'd pick up, like, you know, your normal Energizer. This has, like, a weight to it. And then you get, like, the included battery, you pick it up, and it weighs, like, nothing. And you're like, oh, no. You know that one's not gonna work right. Oi. Did you make the t-shirt you were wearing at Off-Kai? Yeah. That was the Mahjong shirt. That soy design. Hang on a second. I can show it. It's not merch or anything. I just made it. I don't think I could make merch that has more chew on it. Pin Salmon, you want it? It's yours, my friend. As long as you deal into my Ricci. Now I also have the My Ass Hurts one. This is great. Dude, we need to do another, we need to do another bootleg merch stream where we order these bullshit t-shirts. Oh, hey, Chonkadonka, welcome. And Polybus and Key Digu. Speaking of merch, by the way, there's merch up right now. It launched yesterday. You can do exclamation point merch. It was sold at Offkai, and now it's available for everyone. Also, yesterday, when the merch went up initially, it was like keychain for like $12. There's 2 different types. And then you could get the double sticker pack, which was like a bumper sticker and like a little sheet for 15. Or, yesterday, as of yesterday, you could buy all of it together for 25. And I was looking at it, and I was like, hang on a second, why is this bundle so much cheaper? So, sorry to do it to you, but I messaged them and I was like, is this supposed to be 25? And they're like, oh no, it was supposed to be 35. So everyone who bought it last night, which was about 20 people, you guys got the unintentional ultra discount. I got the full bundle, homeboy. I want the trinkets. Hell yeah. Got the reduced price. Kudos to everyone who got the reduced price. That is an unsustainably low price. Kawa cannot eat their food on that one, so it has been returned to the normal price now. My condolences for people who started budgeting for the 25 bundle. So cheap, I was like, might as well get the whole thing. Yeah. You got the accidental mega discount. Oh my gosh, please grab this fucking spring. There we go. Hang on, which one of these is which? Okay, yellow is connected to this one. Green is connected to this one. Green is plus then. Green is positive, which isn't quite right. Typically green is supposed to be... whatever. Does fire large caps? No. It's gonna have a okay, so... I'm gonna have to explain this 100 times, right? Chat, help me out explain this to people. We are replacing the Redeem Nerf gun with this one. Because it does, I don't have to reload between shots. And there's a Redeem that lets you shoot me for 250 bits. We're replacing that shitty old Nerf gun that has worked well, but it's like really janky, with this in hopes that this works more reliably. And we're gonna turn the small one that is now the Redeem one into the taser gun. What kind of music you listen to? Hipster bullshit, baby. The stuff I get clowned on every time I, sing it for karaoke. He's gonna tase himself on redeem of $20. No, I'm not gonna tase myself with this. Due to the danger involved in doing so. Oh yeah, you shouldn't make this at home, by the way. You know, I shouldn't have to give an explicit don't try this at home. Because I make the assumption that you guys are smart enough to know better, but I really shouldn't. I really should know better than that. Okay. Because 6 times 1.5... wait, is that 9? That's 9 volts. Hang on, not 12. Wait, I don't want to overvolt this thing. I mean, probably overvolting it a little is probably fine. Haha, you trusting fool. Gay hipster bullshit. I'm sorry. You can't make fun of my music taste for being gay. It's June, motherfucker. This is the rainbow month. You're losing this war. Depending on when the merch ships, I might get as a late birthday surprise. Ooh, that'd be nice. Uh-oh. Huh. It's not like attempting to draw current or anything. There's something it has to press in. It doesn't look like it. Hang on a second. Why is this not triggering? Is this merch run the interest check on a Fumo? This merch run is the interest check on merch in general. Which, by the way, so far, thanks to you guys, it's been very, like, successful. We sold almost all of the keychains at Offkai. And we got in 20 bundle orders yesterday. So, thank you guys. That's a lot more than I thought we were gonna get this fast. Do people actually want a Fumo? I didn't figure that's the kind of like... I don't know, I didn't figure I had the Fumo audience, but maybe I'm incorrect on that. Imagine how much more if you posted on Twitter. So, people just be like, yo, why haven't you just posted on Twitter? Let me tell you a little thing about how Twitter works. The way Twitter prioritizes your post is relevant to how often you tweet. You don't want to tweet like 5 things in a day, because Twitter is going to deprioritize you. So I have to space the tweets out, because this is like... Because we're juicing the algorithm for the videos and stuff to do well. I want to make an army of Fumos? Hell yeah. You do plan to? Yeah, no shit. You think I'm not gonna advertise my own stuff on my social media? I'll put it on YouTube as well as a community message. When's Backseat Bob getting a Fumo? No. We do not want a Fumo of you, we want a Soy Jack collab with Build-A-Bear. I mean, this one you gave me is pretty, it's pretty close. You made Soy Jack look a little too dressed up. Alright. Do you take air resistors off Nerf guns too? Oh, when I was a kid, I did that all the time. I'll admit, I haven't really done many Nerf mods since being a child. This is so weird. This really just isn't firing at all. Oh, it's on safe! Ah! I forgot there's a safety on a Nerf gun. Silly me. How much power does that draw? Like, over an amp. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. I see what we're putting down. Fingers crossed we can overvolt it just a little bit as a treat. Because this is 11.1 volts. And I would love to be able to drive this off of a single LiPo. Driving this off a single LiPo cell, much more efficient. It's even faster. Okay. Hang on, wait. Can we control it? If I hold the trigger down. Oh, that makes... oh, that makes the control so much easier, dude. You have no idea. You have no idea how much easier that makes this to turn into a redeem. Because that means we don't have to have a mechanism that holds this down. We can just tape the trigger down and control the power. 250 bits per second of fire. Well, the higher bit redeems all have, like... They all have stuff, too. Like the honk, right? I guess maybe I could make it so that, if you redeem money, you can choose what you want, but that, I don't know. We'd have to, like, come up with something for that. This would have been so much easier. Yeah, hang on. Let me show you guys what the current Nerf thing is. And I want you guys to keep in mind, this has been the Nerf gun. This has been the Nerf redeem for, like, over a year. Since last March. This is the Nerf gun now. It has a servo motor with a wire wrapped around this pencil, and when it turns, it pulls the trigger, and then it turns back. That's literally how it's been working for the last, like, year and few months. And you have to reload it every single time. So having this thing is a lot easier. Oi, oi. How'd the honk turned out? Oh, it turned out great. If you do exclamation point Twitter, and you follow the Twitter, you can see the highlight reels from the night before. I posted a video there this morning, as I often do. Didn't know they made Nerf guns that small. The one perk of it is it's pretty tiny. This guy, I don't know where we're gonna put him. Just have to point him in my general direction, I guess, and then put him maybe, like, off to the side instead of, like, behind me. And have him shoot across. That's probably the best method. That's probably the most reliable at the very least. Let's get one of these old boys. Like this guy here. Let's see, this is using D2. We just need a, okay, we need wire for this to a relay board. Just like a single relay board, really. Two. Oh, I'm out. One of my favorite Nerf guns was a wrist strap one. That's awesome. Dude, Nerf had, like... It had a hot wire directly into my brain as a kid. It was exactly what I wanted out of a toy. I could shoot people with it. And it was, like, badass. It was basically the greatest toy line to ever exist. Oi. I want merch of Chibi Uwu. That's a little too niche, I think. Over the Garden Wall soundtrack, amazing. Dude, so many people recognize the song that I used for the video edit. I didn't think it was gonna be that widely recognized. I know that there's like an internet following for that show. But I didn't realize, because that song is only in it for like 3 seconds. And so many people recognized it. Oi, oi. Why is there a demon core? I don't know, man. Go down the deep dive. You can figure out what shenanigans are cooking up. Why haven't you gotten an actual gun? What the fuck do you mean haven't gotten an actual gun? You want me to do a stream that's shooting myself with an actual gun? Sometimes I think G-Man might be a Fed. I think he might be trying to honeypot me or something. Because he often asks shit like this. Nerf taser? Oh yeah, baby. We're building the Nerf taser, alright. Here's the taser. We got the Nerf, and we got the taser. Here, I'll show you taser so that you can see the wonders. Isn't that cool? Anyway. Ooh, it's starting to smell like ozone in here. Dude, when I had that, the Tesla coil up, that thing made the whole basement smell like ozone. I think it was getting... I had to, like, worry about actually getting poisoned by it at that point, I think. This gonna be the Hank Hill edition Nerf gun? Yeah, so what I'm gonna try, once we get the, once we start working on the taser one, I'm gonna see if I can get it to travel through this real thin wire, because it's really low current. Basically just seeing if I can have it shoot with these wires attached, like a real taser. Where it hits and then... If it wouldn't be that loud, it'd make a cool light source. So there's this thing back in, like, the 1800s. It's called a carbon arc light. It was the earliest, or, like, one of the earliest electrical lights. And it was basically that. It was a giant, it was two carbon rods, and it made a giant arc between them. There's a few problems with this kind of light production. One is that the carbon rods burn out. So every night, someone would have to climb up these giant towers to replace them. Because they would just put, like, one giant one on each block. They were called, moonlight towers. And the other one is that the majority of the light given off by a carbon arc is ultraviolet. So it's invisible and it burns you. So you would get, like, sunburn from it. It was basically a welding arc. But in the sky and designed to give off light. It was kind of horrible. Like most industrial things in the 1800s. I've been binging a lot of YouTube videos about 1800s era, like, technology, I guess? And it's like, dude, everything then was fucked up. You know, maybe modern society isn't that bad. If anything gives me hope, it's the fact that it was that much worse back then. It was just like, oh yeah, you work in, like, the whatever factory. Oh yeah, your arm's gonna rot and fall off after, like, 10 years. Because, there's some kind of chemical in it, and we don't understand how it works yet, and you need it to survive. Like, there was so much shit like that back then, dude. There was a version of the rods that lasted 100 hours, but they had metal salts and left dust everywhere, so they could only be used outside. Interesting. That was ignorance, this is abuse. You love to see it. Wouldn't that arc be loud? Yeah. They were way up high on poles. You would only have one per, like, couple blocks, I think it was. 'Cause, it would light, like, a massive area. So, but it'd be high up enough that it'd be pretty far away. So maybe you could hear, like, the distant, like, Fossey jaw times. Oh, yeah. That's where if you made... What was it? Matches. If you made matches, your jaw would rot. Because they used white phosphorus instead of red phosphorus. And it would get into your bones and corrode them. I'm telling you, man, they were on some different shit back then. That and the fact they'd, like, eat arsenic. They ate mercury, they ate arsenic. They're fucking smoking phosphorus. They're kind of losing their damn mind. Sacrifices must be made, gentlemen. The wild thing is that smoking nicotine was, like, the least horrible thing they were doing to themselves then. It was crazy. We have hot Cheeto lung. Yeah, if you work in the Cheeto factory, do you get Cheeto lung? Oi. Yeah, this is an appropriate reaction to this information. Humanity was advanced on a dare. Sometimes it really be like that. Oi, oi. Hang on. Let me go scout out a relay board. We need one to, I need a relay to trigger this thing. Since it's pretty high current. I think I can steal one from something. Oh, maybe I can steal one from the coil gun. Do you guys remember this build? This was a fun build. This was a fun build that took a little longer than it should have. Oh, look, there's also two T connectors on there. Those things are definitely getting salvaged at some point in time. Let's disconnect this from the main rails, though. Gonna remove the final stage of it. This is the part you guys normally don't see. Someone asked me today, actually. Someone sent me a question where they're like, oh, what do you do with everything that you make on stream? Well, here's your answer. It gets put on a shelf, and then it gets scrapped when I need it for other projects. Certain things get kept. I have, like, all, like, the funny weaponry is kept around. Like, I have the, like, the radiation gun, the laser gun, the taser sword. Ain't no way I'm taking apart the taser sword, I can tell you that right now. There's nothing that I can think of that would be cooler than having the taser sword, so I'm not gonna disassemble it. You hear about the baby cages? Are you talking about the mid-20th, or the early 20th century baby cages? Yeah, I know. Those actually kind of kick ass. We need to bring those back. Hashtag bring back the baby cages. Hang on, there's Nerf darts everywhere over here. I'm gonna pick them up. If we can load in this big thing that has like 25 dart capacity, we're looking pretty good. Taser sword? Yeah, taser sword. Are you not familiar? Are you not familiar with this beast? Check this shit out, bro. I built this thing a while ago. This is like one of the coolest things I've made. You kept the radiation gun? Yeah. I took the batteries off of it, but I mean, you plug in new batteries and it's fine. Can you use that on me? No. Oi. Was there a time when doctors told mothers not to show affection to babies because it causes cancer? I think it was because it causes cancer. But that sounds about par for the course. There was a time infant mortality went up, like, insanely high because they just kept, like, having babies drink from things that were either unsanitary or made of lead. That was a big trend. Victorian era, they loved diseasing children with, makeshift technology. That's really cool, you tested on babies. Hell yeah, baby. Alright. You say that like they did it intentionally? I mean, they didn't, but that's what they did, regardless. Hey, thanks to the mistakes of the past, we have the mistakes of the present to worry about instead. Bless up. My lead-drinking couple survived the nuclear holocaust? What does that mean? Like, it won't get irradiated because it's lead? Dude, I've got some bad news for you. Lead doesn't survive in a nuke. It just blocks some radiation. The gamer guillotine is not one of the things that stuck around, unfortunately. That project had to be disassembled, as I needed the parts to build the Rice Flinger Part 2. Which is a shame, because the gamer guillotine was pretty baller. A cup-shaped area on your chest that's the only bit without cancer. What, if you're holding it up? You have the lead cup still? Technically, yes, I do still have the lead cup. But the lead cup was a horrid project. And I'm not gonna, like, drink from it or anything. When are you making a lead-lined fridge to prove Indiana Jones was a genius? I don't need to prove Indiana Jones was a genius. You can just watch Indiana Jones Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and see him survive. You know what? Maybe this is like spicy take, I'm not sure. Indiana Jones surviving a nuke in a lead fridge is like less insane than him falling out of a plane and being completely fine because he inflated a raft on the way down. That's like more crazy, but people always bring up the lead fridge instead. Is that the one Fillion broke? Hang on, what did Fillion break? Oh, the rice cooker? Yes. How unsafe is it to drink from the lead cup once? You'll probably be fine once, but you shouldn't do it more than that. Haven't seen the 4th movie, but I did the 5th. It's not him surviving the radiation, it's the fridge got flung like a mile. Oh yeah, the radiation is not the issue. It being lead-lined is the least of his problems. It's the fact he was trapped inside a tiny box and got fucking, like, chucked across the desert. And, like, it's not like they show it, like, land and he gets out. If they show, like, beating the hell up across the ground. Like, man would pour out the bottom out like a spout if you did that. But Indiana Jones is not made to be a realistic interpretation. What happened in the new movie? I heard there was time travel. Is the new movie worth watching, or is it like all like schlock? Because I kind of liked Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, even though it was kind of shitty. It was like good shitty, if that makes sense. I chew lead regularly. I will be upgrading to mercury shit soon. Nice. No, do not. The newest movie came out, yeah, like, like months or maybe even a year ago. They retconned his kid. Did they actually? They didn't have Shia LaBeouf in this one? Why does everyone hate Shia LaBeouf? You want to see Harrison Ford get jerked around by a wicked niece who almost gets him killed? Watch the heck out of it. Okay, see, Thunderbiome, you're under the false impression that I care about, like, the sanctity of the character. I just want to know if it's a good time. People had this fucking, problem with the Star Wars movies, too. Like, I don't care that, oh, well, when I was a kid, I thought this character was cool, so they need to be really cool in this remake. I don't give a shit. I just want it to, like, be fun. I can absorb these, like, new, like, movie by committee shit completely separate from its original thing. Even though he is a true artiste, he also crazy or an alcoholic addict or all the above. Are you talking about Shia LaBeouf? He's just a lolcow? Who? What? Since when did Shia LaBeouf become a lolcow? He's like a celebrity. I mean, that doesn't get you out of it, but you know what I mean. Boy. He played his dad in a movie about his own childhood. Dude, I've clearly fallen off the Shia train. I'll tell you this, I stopped keeping track of him, I think, after that Indiana Jones movie. When I was a kid, I knew who he was because he was in the Transformer movies. And then, I think Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was the last LaBeouf, the LaBeouf universe movie that I saw. You know that the Vita stuff was funny? Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was a pretty big internet troll moment. If it had just been, like, acting offensive in front of a camera and then they take it down, that would have kind of been, like, lame as hell and, like, whatever, edgy bullshit. But the fact he hid the thing in, like, the middle of nowhere and some fuckers tracked it down, that, like, elevated it into being funny again. He got canceled for something? Alright. If someone... someone being like, they got canceled for something, and then it's like, oh, what? Oh, I can't remember. Like, I guess it wasn't that bad of a cancellation, right? Because no one says, oh yeah, Kevin Spacey, he got canceled for something. It's like, no, they know what he did, because he actually did something bad. If you can't remember, it probably wasn't that bad, right? Their astronomy tracking division tracking the stars and playing contrails to find the flag. That's insane. Guy driving by honking so that he could figure out so he could figure out the location because they had a mic on it. Oh my gosh, dude. Then someone broke into that museum to try to steal it off the roof. I'll give Shy this. He tried really hard to have it live in peace. Astronomy? Yeah, that's autism astronomy. The buff guy hid the flag the 4chan found? Yeah. I don't know who Shia is. I appreciate that you managed to spell both of his names, like, incredibly wrong. You probably don't know who... You don't know... Hang on. You don't know who Shia LaBeouf is, really? Are you either A, foreign, or B... I say foreign. Foreign relative to the US? Or B, too young to be watching the stream? Because he was, like, a pretty big thing a while ago. He had a rough years with public intoxication. Oh, okay, so it wasn't anything, like, horrid. Look, in the realm of Hollywood, that's, like, fairly standard issue, as bad as it sounds. As bad as it sounds, like, Hollywood standard for bad is, like, touching kids. Getting a little drunk in public, yeah, we'll let it slide. Especially for child stars. What was he the child star of? I didn't know he was a child star. What was he in when he was young? Holes? Was he in something before Holes? Or does that count as child star? A person who gives zero shit about famous people? You know, that's pretty fair. Even Stevens? I forgot he was in Even Stevens. Because Holes was his breakout from that. That was what he was. Oh, I completely forgot. He was a Disney Channel kid. What happened to the other Disney Channel kids? Because we got, like, the ones that, like, were popular when I was a kid now that are, like, growing up. I guess even Steven would have been one of them. Like, what happened to Drake and Josh? Are they still around? Are they doing anything at all? Or wait, that was probably Nickelodeon, not a Disney Channel, but you know what I mean. I'm doubling up these wires, by the way. I don't know if you can see that they're wrapped, but they're going into the same hole. That's intentional, and that is to double up the current carrying capacity. Drake was a sex pest? Well, like, the rapper? Yeah. Yeah. Like, a month ago, Kendrick wrote a song about how he's a pedophile as part of beef. Oh, you don't know? Or wait, you mean Drake, like, of Josh? There's 2 pedophile Drakes that were in Nickelodeon shows? Are you kidding me? There's a curse with that name, dude. He doesn't know Drake and Josh lore. You guys are acting like that's like some grand crime. Who the hell could just pull Drake and Josh lore off the dome, dude? The Drush? The drawers. Drake the rapper was in Nickelodeon? Yeah, originally. Drake was a child star. And then he became a rapper that isn't very good, but people like him. That's So Raven just has Raven as a mom now called Raven's Home. Wait, is that real? That's why Kendrick got so many parts out to gross. Yeah. P. Diddy has been a Harvey Weinstein-style record producer, rapist his whole career after it was done to him by the industry minner. Oh, yeah. Well, that's like new news. That's like this year that they found that out. Raven Simone was one of my first TV crushes. Honestly, no shame in that one. Everyone knew he was a wife beater. See, the problem is... that's a lot of Hollywood people. So it wasn't narrowing him down enough. Drake fans, when you talk shit about him getting ready to list off every single crime every rock star has ever committed ever in the age of consent in every jurisdiction on earth. When your first offense is to start making up other bands that the person might like so that you can say that guy's bad too, you know you've already lost. This isn't even specific to Drake fans. This is like this is a lot of people. Oi. Get this thing rolling. And this can go to... Oh, this will just get clamped. Get clamped, idiot. And then we'll have another lead off of here that will too. Oi. Losing the beef won't hurt Drake as his fans don't listen to rap. Didn't he, like, duck out? Wasn't his last, like, diss or whatever? Like, just him being like, I ain't doing this anymore? But he was trying to... If I remember... Okay, hang on. I'm no, like, hip-hop expert. I've listened to, like... I guess I have listened to all of Kendrick's albums. I definitely haven't listened to all of Drake's albums, because I listened to, was it Nothing Was the Same? Is that what that was like over a decade ago at this point. He basically said this ain't fun anymore, I'm going home. Man, after getting dunked on eternally. Kyle Massey from Corey in the House went to jail for Jared from Subway reasons. No! Why are there so many? Cursed Disney actor thing? Nav is the Nickelodeon actors too. We can't put this solely on Disney. Unfortunate. Hey, hang on a second. I like the BGM. I like the Toho BGM the most. They asked me what I wanted to play in the background during my panel, and I said this, but I don't think they actually played it. This is a certified classic. Me and the bros getting down to the Toho Bossa Nova playlist 1 through 9, 5-hour edition. I don't even know what the original YouTube video is called anymore. Also, this Toho playlist, I just now remembered this. This playlist, when I originally added it, it's 5.5 hours long. And in the middle of the playlist, without any prompting, there's just a video for like 15 seconds of a guy ripping ass into the camera. And I didn't realize it was in there until I was streaming. And it played, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And it took me like 2 months before I decided to edit it out. I just let it play the entire time. The Portal radio loop. Oh, yeah. The guy who snuck King Ripass into the Portal radio loop. He was doing... This must have been an epic reference to that. 15 minutes? It was 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Not minutes. I might have said that wrong. Dun 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 dun. Give us the fart cut. No. It took people years to find it. What, in the Portal loop? Well, yeah. Okay, good form. If you see someone doing an epic prank, you don't, like, say it. It took some fucking normie. They got in there, and then they're like, whoa, farts in 5.5 hours. And then they ruined it for everyone. Farting under my roommate's door paranormal edition is the best fart video ever made. Hey, no. Can I get your top 10 fart videos ever made tier list? Because it sounds like you have a very, like, specific taste for them. It's that one 10 times. Amazing. Number 1 has to be Diva Braff. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, wait! Never mind! I know exactly what you're talking about. Here I was gonna act like you guys had to be real fucking weird to be able to pull that off the dome. Nah. Unfortunately, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the nerf this. And then have you seen the one where they, like, vocoded it? Amazing. Amazing art. God. Oi, oi. Farting in my lab mate's fume hood, huh? Stupid. This is the dumbest thing ever. Hang on, I'm loading, oh wait, why did I take this? I need this. I need to load the code onto this guy. We need to program this boy to actually do what we want it to. Oh, where's my cable for this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Have I run off with it? Perhaps I did. May chance. Perchance. Where's that video of the dude farting into the person's window in the middle of the night and the lady freaks out? That has to be faked. It is like... If it's not, it's really funny. But that's definitely one where, like, I think it'd be funnier if it's not faked. I had a comment, but as I kept typing, I found that I would regret it. Nice save, homeboy. Where is my... Hang on. Did I bring this with me to Offkai just in case I would need to reprogram something? Hang on, one second. I need to get my programming cable. I got left it. Found it! I did, in fact, bring it to off time. I figured I might have, because this is basically the only way to change what's on the Pi Zeros. Or Pi Picos, rather, not Pi Zeros. Yo, Slow Painter, welcome in. Alright, we're almost done with the boring part, and we can start building the taser once this thing works. Once we get normal Nerf replacement working, we can get taser Nerf rolling. Oh, okay, wait. That's what Twitch chat vibrate is. Let's see. Twitch chat and Nerf. Oi, oi. The idea some woman went out, bought a gun because a dude let rip his Chipotle gas in her window. Why would you phrase it like this? Alright, hang on a second. Let's pull up the template and just make a new one. Because the old Nerf blaster code used a servo. Oh wait, not that template. But this one's not gonna use a servo. This one's gonna use a just a relay, which is actually a lot easier. Hang on. Let's reform this. Save as. I'm not showing. I was telling another dude who does electronics and occasionally codes on stream is Oh Bother. I was talking to him last night because he was talking in chat, and then we were talking afterward, and he was like talking about how like chat always annoys him coding. So I enlightened him. To the trick of putting so many GIFs on the screen you can't see what the code is because it fucks up the encoding so bad. That's kinda like the most pro tip I've ever dreamed up in my life. The GIFs are kinda great. Though, for the last several months I've been enacting the other, not bother me coding method, which is just not showing the code window at all and making you guys guess what's going on. Do not ever do peach wind emoji ever again. Yeah, I'm becoming the master. I'm becoming the master of not trusting chat. Alright, got the new one here. Got all the pins configured. This one is D2, which is 4, I believe. Alright, just delete this. And then we're gonna make it so that when Nerf space 4 high delay 1000 milliseconds digital write 4 low. The funny thing is that delay is not actually that accurate because this is an interrupt. When people are spamming chat, it makes the delays last longer. Which means theoretically you could get extra shots in here. If chat's moving fast enough to fuck it up. It is kind of a shame. It's kind of a shame that a lot of my chat controlled stuff hasn't aged up as well as the chat's grown. Oi. Spin the code wheel. The code wheel for what, brother? We have a Goldenite. This is the slowest chat's been in a long while. People must be out doing shit. People must got important shit to do this evening. Or it's because we haven't gotten to the exciting part of the stream, which happens pretty often. I don't know if you're gonna be able to out-spam our little Nerf thing here, though. You tell me I should spam? No. I'm gonna trust this to have good internal voltage. You're deafened by the horns. Let's go Forsen. What? We have too many Forsen enjoyers in this chat. I'm making the executive decision to enact the revolutionary Forsen ban. The Forsen ban is where if you post Forsen, I ban you. Let's discuss politics. Wow, that sounds like a great idea, and definitely something I love seeing in my chat. Dude, this chat is not ready for politics. I said I didn't like riding on public transit and people lost their damn minds. That's not even a political view. That's like my most controversial take. If I stated something political, people would like go apeshit. They'd be throwing turds at me up on the stage. I don't know who Forsen is. He's a guy. Hina speaks your politics for you. First of all, do not say she speaks my politics for me. That woman plays Disco Elysium. I don't want that on me. I don't want average Disco Elysium player, political age angles stuck, sicked on my psyche. The only way you can enjoy public transit is if you like sitting still, not at your computer. Some people really love trains, dude. Apparently. I had a regular. I won't name them out just because I don't want it to be seen as, like, malicious here. But I had a regular who still watches now, but watched back then as well. They, like, they disappeared. They got so mad that I said I don't like riding the train. They disappeared for, like, 2 months. Unironically, like, they got mad. They're like, I just think you're too ignorant to believe it. And I'm like, dude, it's not even like a sweeping thing. It's just like a personal opinion. Dude did not come back for a long time. I thought his ass was gone after that. I own Disco Elysium. I need to play it. Nah, you don't really need to play it. Everyone I know who plays it becomes more annoying as a result. It's not good for the psyche. I don't even know hardly what the game's about. I understand them, TVH. You know what? I was gonna ask why, but no. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't want to know. I don't care. I've been on public transit and it can be shit. The story writing and voice acting is good. We have the cursed train and Disco Elysium chat discussion. Oi, oi. They had to go on a 2-month train ride and clear their mind. I've taken an Amtrak before. I took an Amtrak from, like, the boonies of Appalachia to Chicago. It was like a 16-hour train ride. The seats are a lot more comfortable than a plane, but it takes way longer to get there. Oi, oi. You started this? I've only seen a train IRL once. Okay, now that's a wild first time chat. Wait, where do you live where you've only seen one once? You can bring your own booze and drugs on? Oh, true, they don't have a TSA. No one ever terrorists a train. You can't fly a train into a skyscraper. So they don't have to take as many precautions. Because, yeah, when I did travel via Amtrak, I just kind of brought a massive fucking, like trunk suitcase. And it went just fine. I was able to bring all my pipe bombs with me. Isn't a taser nerf just a battery and metal prongs? Okay, I think some people are confused. It's a step-up, a voltage step-up module, and then thin wires connecting to the dart. So that when you shoot the dart, it doesn't break contact. And then a secondary button so that you can activate the taser once it's hit the person. Chloe, can you say that closer to my collar? No. Yo, Felric, thank you so much for 2 months! Geyser, welcome in. Some people haven't seen both the ocean and the mountains. Yeah, it's kind of wild. I don't know, I guess, like, travel is expensive. I didn't go hardly anywhere when I was a kid, but I did see the ocean because we lived on the East Coast. And the mountains because I lived in Appalachia. Stopping a train is easy, and the official guidelines to solve the trolley problem is to derail it with a frame-perfect input. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it says exactly in the guide. I can't imagine any train company, regardless of how much they say they care about human life, is gonna ask you to derail their fucking train. Did you know... Hang on. We're going different train discussion now. Did you know that if you make a train stop, it's like one of the most expensive things you can do? Like, they fine you so incredibly high. It's like $10,000 per car. So if your car gets hit by a train, you better fucking hope the train doesn't stop. Because you're like... $30,000 car being destroyed is the least of your problems. If they stop that train that has like 80 cars, you're gonna never be able to pay that off for your entire life. Finally made my first stream. Hey, 03, welcome! Glad you made it. Yeah, it fucks up the whole schedule. And there's like factories and stuff maybe that need like coal or iron or whatever is being pulled on the train. And they gotta pay those guys for the fact that it's late, because it messes up their production. If a car hits a train, the driver, for sure. This implies, if a car hits a train, that implies it, like, hits the side of it. The train won't even know. If the car's in front of the train, okay, now it's a different story. Oi, the conductor won't even know. Yeah. Trains have better healthcare? I don't know, man. Have you seen what the cars look like? Those things are barely holding on. What if it's an accident? Too bad. They fine you regardless of whether it's an accident. But I think they probably don't pursue unless it's, like, suspected that you did it intentionally. Ooh. Did you guys know there's a new feature? There's a new Twitch feature. If you came in here and you've been here before, there was probably new rules, because my rules used to always just be, don't do anything that gets us both banned. But now, I actually added my normal rules to the little rules pop-up, because they have a thing where I can send somebody a warning without, like, timing them out. It'll pop up a little thing that they have to clear before they chat that says, like, don't fuck around. Here, check this out. I'll send one to Julio right now. We'll say, no Fed posting. Send warning. Warning sent. So I can warn my mods, apparently. Stop backseating is one. Anyway, Julio, as mod, I want you to start using the hell out of these. When fuckers start backseating, instead of timing them out, we can just hit them with this. It's like a soft timeout. I still like the the NL idea of they should have mod tools that let you limit someone's characters or like make them not able to use certain letters. I want this to exist. He was spitting with that idea. This man is NL diseased. I haven't watched his videos in like a few days. Though, I found out that Librarian, which is the guy that like makes all the edits of him, apparently follows me on Twitter for some reason. I didn't even know. But he tagged Mako in one of his tweets, and I was like, wait, what? This guy follows people I know? And then I clicked on his profile, and I was like, oh wait, he follows me. He posts some weird shit on Twitter, but I'm happy for him, I guess. Block the entire QWERTY layer of the keyboard and see what happens. Yeah, the results will be epic, dude. The results will be heckin' epic. I think this is, like, pretty much gonna work. Let's get it strapped onto the gun. Reason giving your waifu is trash. So you have to, like... click on, or like the reasons that you can give for giving a warning on Twitch, by the way, are your rules. So it's whatever people have to see when they come into the stream. So now we're gonna be able to tell who's abusing the rules to do jokes by who has jokes in their official like rule list. I think I might be able to get banned for saying don't be Brazilian. But that is a real shame, because it would be really funny to have that as an actual rule. Oh no, it was, I think it was Lavendel who was like, dude, you do not want the South American audience. And I was like, why? Are they, like, annoying or something? And she was like, just see Geyser, for example. And I was like, ah, I understand. Geyser is literally getting dunked on, like, the reg anytime someone talks about him outside of my stream. I don't know how my man, my man got this. South American audience is great to increase viewership, but terrible for revenue. We're gonna see how Idle ES goes. They're the brave forerunners to see if they can actually get money from a Spanish-speaking audience. Because corpos don't fuck around. If they're not making money, they fucking bail. Because they gotta make money. "12 days left to be 19? Wait, what? You're gonna not be 18 anymore? It's been that long? Because I remember when you joined here, you were like, you had just turned 18. That's why you were the most Zoomer. And we were like, you're the youngest that could possibly be allowed. Now, what? A year later, you're a year older? That's fucked up, man. We gotta stop this. Together, we can stop this. God forbid becoming older. He hasn't become any less annoying. He hasn't become less Zoomer. I thought getting older was going to fix that. What the hell, bro? Ah. Existed for a whole 24 years. Alright, you ain't that old. You're almost on, you're on the Zoomer path, brother. Don't think you can escape. Don't think you can escape the Zoomer allegations. Alright. Let's do a quick test. Oh, wait. I didn't change the message, I just realized. Hang on. This is made for the ukulele bot. Which I think... Oh, it makes it say... Anyway, here's Riptide. Amazing. Amazing joke, 10 out of 10. I'm a bit of a funny guy. I'm a bit of a funny little fella myself, you know. Or a bit silly-pilled. Fun maxing over here. I'm 40 myself. Old! Old! He's over 10 years older than me. Only barely, though. You have a ukulele bot? I did have a ukulele bot. It didn't work that well, but it did work well enough for the stream. Just not well enough to become like a redeem or anything. It was a build a while ago. That was a fun little build. I like doing music builds. It wasn't that popular though. Probably because my life wasn't in imminent danger by owning it. I have kind of worked myself into a corner of niche that is unfortunately, like, directly associated with how much danger I'm in at any given time. Yeah, hang on. Let me reprogram it so that it says... Nerf bot to... Hang on. To nerf to nothing. And then upload. Yeah, that was what was wrong with it. Dude, the little solenoids kept overheating. I forgot about this. Catch interest is directly correlated to the level of carbon monoxide in the basement. That's true. Most banger streams... Hang on, wait. We need to track, popularity of stream versus carbon monoxide output of the device. That's like the most, that's like one of the most cursed metrics possible. I don't know if that worked. Hang on a second. That should have done something. See, you guys, I have fun in here, even though you hate my little bro energy. We don't hate you, Geyser. We don't hate you. You're a great metric. You're a great individual, and you're also the metric. I'm not even the only one that does this. My friends also have started doing this, where they're like, you only ban someone for being underage if they're more annoying than Geyser. Geyser is the limit of Zoomer that can be tolerated in a standard boomer stream such as mine. Alright, I'm gonna put the mic up against this so I can see if it clicks. We need complete silence on the front. Nerf. It does. Is it like holding that down? Hang on, wait, let me do it again. That's gonna get like more than one shot. That's like a long hole. Have you tinkered with the mini console toy line like the tiny Atari TV? I've never heard about that until this minute when you just said it. So no. But it sounds fascinating. What do you mean mini console? Is it just like a novelty thing where it's like a little tiny Atari? Did you know I downloaded every Atari game in existence, which is like 1,400 Atari games. It's like 13 megabytes. Those games are so small, dude. They take up like no space at all. They really were cooking different back in the 80s, man. Vinny Vinesauce just did an Atari stream on Sunday. What was he playing? Not to disparage Atari systems, but, like, they're kind of ass. Like, that shit requires the, that shit requires the instruction manual. That's what I'm trying to say. Is my brain fried today? I feel like I fried my brain yesterday. Because I realized I was out of coffee. But I was like, oh, I want a little bit of caffeine this morning. I don't want to drink like a soda. And then I realized the answer was right in front of my eyes. I have a GamerSupps sponsor, and I have a ton of GamerSupps that has caffeine, and I normally don't drink it because I drink it at night and I drink the caffeine free then. So I was like, oh, let me just mix up an entire thing for the caffeine one. So I mixed up like the full shaker of it. And I realized, I guess I've never had an entire one. Cause dude, I was wired. I felt like I opened my third eye after, after that. Is it any good? I mean, obviously I'm biased because I took their sponsor, but yeah, it is good. And the strawberries and cream flavor that they have that is going to get discontinued and hopefully brought back is like the best one ever. It's so good, dude. I can't play any game over 10 gigabytes and take the size seriously. Why are you size queening games, brother? I was at 500% slab mode. I was like, I didn't think caffeine could affect me like that. I've never had that happen. I've never had anything with caffeine and been like, oh lord. Oh lord, it's coming. But like, that had me fucked up. Ah! There's one over 200 gigs? What, a game? What the hell are they putting in the game that makes it over 200 gigabytes? Also, like, hard drive space is pretty cheap now. But, like, 200 gigabytes? Like, are they expecting people to have, like, 8 terabyte minimum hard drives? Because most people that play games are playing, like, a lot of different games. And if we're getting into that tier, I feel like that's, like, next level. Did you go to Offkai? Yeah, I did, Thunder Biome. I had a panel there, and it went really well. I was a guest. Ooh, fancy. And it was a lot of fun. You uninstall them when you finish them? Really? I don't uninstall anything. Once that shit goes on the computer, it's never coming off. It ain't coming off till the computer dies and I have to get a new one and reinstall everything. Yeah, drive space is cheap, but still. Still, 200 gigs a lot. Also, welcome in, Scissors Man. Alright. Let's lock and load this thing. So, if I plug this in here, this will connect the bot. So it's going to be plugged in with a USB cable. You can kind of see the in here. But the battery is what activates the gun, because that requires a much higher current cap. How many shots, if I do the command right now, how many shots is this going to fire off? Okay, hang on a second. The relay clicked. But this didn't activate. Am I losing my mind? Hang on a second. Where's my multimeter? Why is there oil on my multimeter? This thing getting greasy. 12.48 volts. Oh, the trigger isn't held down. That's kind of important for making it... Alright, hang on. False alarm. Sorry about the oil. I'm sorry, what? Oh, wait, I know why it has oil on it. I had a little beaker of mineral oil on the desk, and when I built the desk vibrator, it shook it off. I forgot about that. Address the hippie hair? Bro, my hair... My real-life hair is literally the hair, like, length of my model. I don't know what you're talking about. You guys should have known this in advance. It's literally accurate. Alright, let's see how many darts shoot off out of this thing, when I use the nerf command. So 3. You get 3 shots for your money now? I'm treating you guys too good.
No! Crazy!
How much for one of these? Let me know the... Wait, what? How much for one of these? Let me... Oh, let me know the damage post video on X? Sure thing, Idiot Com. I will post the video on X. I've never heard anyone call Twitter X, so I was, like, massively thrown by that. Alright. I think we're good, dude. Let me change the nerf command in Stream Elements to have the little extra command after it. Streamelements.com. And then we'll properly decommission the old one because, like, he's defa fed, nobody calls it X. Yeah, I know, this is like, someone, like, that's an undercover cop trying to sell you drugs by being like, hello, young child, would you like to purchase some marijuana? Like, I don't know, bro. Something tells me, something tells me you ain't real. Okay, edit tip event. Hang on, wait. Display custom messages to users on a poll event. I can add poll commands too? Now? Oh. Alright. I'm actually starting to call it X. You should X yourself now. Okay. Hello, Slab Nation. Hell yeah, bro. I like, I need to start becoming more YouTuber, which I know that's like saying, like, I should take up smoking crack. But, like, I love how cocky YouTubers are with their branding. Where they're like, what's up? Like, doing a, what's up, Slab Nation? Hope everything's going well over here in the Slab Squad. Be sure to smash that slab button right now. Like, no, I know that, like, some Twitch streamers do that, but, like, I feel like you're less inclined to do shit like that when people can immediately be, like, cringe. When you do it on YouTube, people don't often jump immediately to the comments to be like, Lamau, cringe, am I right, fellows? But, like, on Twitch, you do something cringy, people start spamming Dies of Cringe, like, immediately. They got that shit on lock. So I feel like there's, like, a natural cycle to be at least slightly less cringe, you know? Alright, I have the new Nerf thing set up. When we get in our signed slabs, I'm sending out 200 slabs. Hang on, wait, I need my soundboard. for this. That's right, boys. We're sending out 200 signed slabs in the mail by the end of this week. Be sure to enter the sweepstakes today. YouTuber brand crack. Yeah, I'm buying my Mr. Beast booth. We're modifying a rapid-fire Nerf gun to shoot your face. I'm sure we passed crack cringe. The multi-fire Nerf gun is now, like, that's working. That is so much more intimidating now. You guys can't see it because it's, like, over here. This guy was just sitting on top of the speaker. This thing is, like, it's, like, hanging over the sound mixer. Like, it's down here, and the Nerf gun's, like, up here so that it can more accurately shoot me. This one shouldn't change angle every time it fires. And I don't have to reload it. When does it go live? It's literally live right now, and will remain live. And we're gonna disassemble the old one and turn this one into a taser. We're really moving up in the world. Look how dusty it is, dude. This is like when they decommission like an old battleship that's like was used in World War II. This is a ceremonial decommissioning. This Nerf gun has served us very well. The ESP8266 module will be saved as a relic, and the body of the gun will be donated to science, aka turned into a taser. There's live rounds in there. In the one that's pointed at me, yeah. For 250 bits. It should fire 3 shots at me. Gonna miss the Nerf gun? You literally get more shots for your money now, though. Look how janky this thing is, dude. I've had to replace the tape a few times. It's not all original, I can tell you that much. The broken pencil that pulls the lever. Oh, the trigger actually is, like, really not in good shape, too. Ow! Oh my gosh. You have 4 shots! Alright, maybe I should reduce the time. You landed all of those. Ow! Alright, maybe this was a bad idea. Now there's Nerf darts everywhere. Did it hurt? I mean, as much as a Nerf dart does. It's more startling than anything. Sometimes you get one, like, hit you in the ear or something, and those kind of hurt. Dude, this duct tape is, like, corroded. Oh, look at this. Ow! Motherfucker. Okay, it does sting a little bit. You know, maybe it's time to increase the price of the Nerf. How many rounds per magazine? It's a 25 round mag. I could technically load up other mags, because I have others. I should probably do that now that we're, like, committing to this thing. Ah! Psych! Bitch, I'm on the other side! Ah! I'm on the other side of the room! Stop sniping me, bro! Fucking shoot me from the other end! Yeah, so that now there's not a time when there's, like, no darts in it. I can just, like... I can unload it like this. Oh wait, can I? Uh-oh. Hang on. Oh! It's like... the mechanism is like halfway engaged. I see. I make things a little trickier. Got this bit because I'm saving up money for some parts. Thank you for the bit. Alright. You're lucky I'm broke, but I get paid soon, so just you wait. This is gonna be what drives the redeem price up. Honestly, though, I prefer getting shot multiple times to having to constantly reload it. But I am thinking about making it, maybe like turning the horn gun into the new horn, making that $10, and then making this the sub-redeem. So it shoots me with Nerf darts for $5 or a sub. Might not be a bad idea, and then we come up with a different redeem for the $250 redeem. The magazine isn't legal in California. I know this shit ain't legal in New York. Those have to be like 9 or less. You're like Twitch and raise your prices? Listen, bro, unfortunately, it's how it goes. Because the redeems, the point of the redeems is that they don't happen very often. Like, the desk shaker redeem has to be $20 because it wreaks havoc. Like, it can't just be on cheap because then it's gonna be going off all the time. If this was like $1, people would be blasting me constantly. No homo. Or, no, wait, it's June, so I say Happy Pride Month after that one. These darts are clearly a Prop 65 violation. Well, your aim is cancer, so I think that's a Prop 65 violation, motherfucker. Yeah. For more information on the UO slab money going up, Google UO slab inflation. I don't think I have any of that kind of cursed art. I have one, actually, I was trying to think, do I have any cursed art? I have the Bunera-Puni Impreg art. I have... Ah! Oh, it ran out! Because it fired 2, and the rest were blanks. Okay, hang on. We need a switch. I'm seeing a problem here. This needs a switch so that I can activate the gun when it's not being actively triggered. Because I can't get the magazine out. Because the thing is like half engaged. And I don't know how to pull it back. What the fuck, man? This is supposed to be quick. Instead, this thing's jammed in here. Alright, hang on. Slight tweaking to the system. Slight tweaking. We need a button in between this that I can press to feed it. Which shouldn't be too hard to do. He needs to make sure he can content or profit of becoming a rodeo clown for chat if it sacrifices productivity. Yeah, exactly. It has to be content no matter what. A Night Fury redeem. Wait, what is the Night Fury? I know it's a nerf, but I can't remember what nerf it is. Is it one of the ones that shoots the balls? Dude, the Nerf balls hurt. I know you're like, oh, balls, Lamau. But like, no, but seriously, dude. If you've ever used those things, they are not fucking around. Nerf decided to, like, hey, let's make our equivalent a paintball. And that's what they came up with. I heard furry redeem. Hey, speaking of your cursed art, Bones, thank you for the cute art that you made. It's like a little me, but I'm being grabbed and carried around. If modified, it gives you a black eye. What the fuck? Modified with what? Gunpowder? Why is it shooting that hard? Like, does it take like a CO2 cartridge? How's it getting that kind of propellant out of a Nerf dart? Also, did you guys ever have those Nerf swords when you were kids? Me and my brother used to beat the shit out of each other with those things. They were awesome. Toy companies need to not be afraid to produce things that you can, like, absolutely whip the shit out of your siblings with. Because, I was both on the giving and receiving end of that on regular occasions. I also had this, me and my brother had this wooden sword and shield kit. It was like, maybe a yay long sword and then a wooden shield. And we would absolutely wail on those things. Like, those swords got reduced to splinters by the end. Because they kept getting more and more beat up and pieces would fly off. So they kept getting smaller over time. And after like a few years, it was literally like there's like nothing left. Like, dude, we went too hard. There is no sword remaining on this sword. Those are fun, though. I remember me and my brother would film our fights. We would fight each other, film it on VHS tapes, and then we had a spot in our room we would take them up, because we would do this in, like, the backyard. And then we would replay them and argue about who truly won. This was, like, a regular occurrence for, like, years. Oh, the shield actually was fine. The shield was pretty strong. The swords got more beat up than the shields did. I just imagine boys playing with pool noodles. A good old whip of the pool noodle is also a good time. We had some family friends. I wouldn't call them, I was gonna say they were the rich kids. I don't know if I'd call them rich, but they had some land in the middle of nowhere, like way out in the boonies. And it had a pond on it that you could swim in and fish in. And we would go out there once a year. They would invite a bunch of people out. We would go camp in this big field. And everyone would bring like their canoes and kayaks or whatever to go out on the pond to fish. But we started having like wars with them where we would like try to sink the other person's boats. But if you sunk a boat, if you like actually sank it, you had to go recover it from the bottom of the pond. You would have to like swim down and like tie a rope to it and then pull it all the way in. It was a massive pain in the ass. Please show us the videos. I technically have some. I also have ones where we would like, we had like a fake currency. It was like me and my brother and like all the kids in the neighborhood. And we would like make advertisements to try to sell things to the other kids so that we could get more of our fake currency. There was like an entire sub-economy that we were sustaining. That was kind of wild, not gonna lie. Dude, how does this clip come out? Is it out now? I have the little thing to let me feed it forward. Dude, how do you release this? Oh, wait! I I just realized you can't pull the clip out when the trigger's pulled down. That's what it is. It's because the trigger is held down all the time. Alright. We gotta have a mechanism so that I can undo that then. Because that ain't gonna fly, not in this household. If it's used, then it's not fake currency. True. We have basically established a microeconomy. Here's the thing, though. Despite, like, the fact that we technically had goods and services that we would sell, which was mostly, like... If it wasn't, like, selling, like, old shit we didn't want, it would literally be, like, you know... How old were we when we were doing this? Maybe, like, 12? We'd be like, I have this shiny rock. I'll give you however many tickets for it. And then that was like the base of the economy, but the majority of the way money moved was through gambling. It was a gambling-centric economy. Did you know TASER is an acronym? I did know TASER is an acronym. But if you ask me what it's an acronym of, I couldn't tell you. Welcome in, Hina. Children discover capitalism and gambling. This is why, this was really setting me up to be, like, the most American motherfucker, because my takeaway from this when I was a kid is that capitalism is awesome. It was our main mode of power transfer. Thomas A. Swift's electric rifle. That's a very whimsical name. How's that been different than the regular economy? Eh, not too much. I think the normal economy isn't quite as gambling based, but I don't know, we do have stocks. If I was able to figure out how stocks worked when I was like 12, you bet your ass we would have had our own stock market. Because that would just be another gambling form we could have exploited. And we were doing every one of those we could get away with. Alright, the Nerf gun should be reloaded. Hina, check this. I fixed the Nerf gun. Now the bit redeems let people absolutely wail into me with this thing full auto. I've made it worse for me with basically no monetary gain, but now I don't have to reload it nearly as much. The normal economy should only be based on gambling. Get it twisted. Gambling is an investment. Gambling helps the economy. Oh, this poor old gun. Its bonds are literally held together with tape. Let's deconstruct the lever mechanism. Ah! It's so sticky. But it works. Still. When are we going to Atlantic City? Hina, that's like even more trash than like Virginia Beach. And Virginia Beach, I think, is one of the most, like, white trash places I've ever been in my life. Exactly. I'm not a gambling enthusiast. The only thing I can get behind in Vegas is, like, drinking and sleeping on the park bench. Those are my primary Vegas activities. I'm not doing the gambling or, like, excessive amounts of drugs. You been over here to the East Coast areas? Are you asking me or Hina? Because I grew up on the East Coast. So I've been to some East Coast stuff. You gonna get your shit stolen? How are you gonna rob me when I don't have anything? If someone robbed me while I was in Vegas sleeping outside, and they stole my my light pink Pixel 3, they would be sorely disappointed when they found out that this thing goes for like $50. Not my off-brand Birkenstocks. Have you ever seen that that game show clip? I can't remember what game show it is, but they're doing the thing. They're doing the like the mini game where they show someone a word and they have to get the other person to say the word without saying it themselves. And they're like in a time scramble and the words are getting harder and it pops up the word Birkenstocks and the guy's just the one dude is like, ugly shoes lesbians wear, Birkenstocks! It's like immediate response. It's like one of the funniest clips. I think about that a lot. I think about that every time you say I wear Birkenstocks. Because, like, in no world would anyone would I think anyone would snap that back that fast. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit of a lesbian. To quote, the great rapper Drake, bitch says she a lesbian, me too. This thing still packs a decent punch. Imagine going to Vegas and getting your lab coat stolen. Oh, that one was like fucked up too. Dude, the amount of trouble you have to go through to do that. Me too, I wear Doc Martens. Oh, no, no, no. Doc Martens are also a lesbian shoe. I don't make the rules, that's just how it is. We're June maxing up in here. Alright, so, obviously, to shoot taser darts, you need a taser step-up module. So let's get this guy. Honestly, we could have both a taser-like points. No, because we want the only arcing to be on the dart. Why do lesbians wear so many shoes? Because they're women. Women like shoes. Something women be shopping. I don't know why I'm opting to desolder this instead of just like stripping it off, but I'm gonna do this. I made a mistake. My Nerf gun was not a Night Fury. It was a modified Night Finder EX3. 30 lashes on both balls. Unless you're getting grounded with the bros, men also wear shoes all the time. Okay, but like, there are plenty of men shoe stereotypes too. Trust me, I used to wear, there's gay shoe archetypes as well. Trust me, I used to wear Sperry's, and people were like, Lamau homo shoe, and I was like, what the fuck? What's wrong with wearing a comfortable non-tennis shoe? If you wear New Balance, you bet your ass you're gonna get called a dad, too. Are you wearing Tims? Tims are like heels for men. They're loved by short dudes because they give you a little bit of height boost. Wouldn't know what gay shoes are? I know what gay shoes are because my family once accidentally went to the most gay city in, like, the world. Not actually the world, I'm sure. Actually, probably San Fran is probably more gay just in the US. Listen, we're getting distracted. The most gay shoe are those ones with the toes. No one normal wears the toe shoes, dude. I guess I'm implying gay people aren't normal. This is this is not a happy pride, theme stream. No straight man wears the toe shoes. Straight men's platform boots are actually in fashion right now. I'm wearing Sperry's right now. Why do you do this to me? Yeah, and I bet you're looking fabulous, brother. Sperry's and Merrell's are shoes I've been given shit for wearing. But I still wear Merrell's because they're comfortable as hell. Too many of these tennis shoes assume that your foot has like a proper arch. But I got a flat foot. And these are flat shoes, so they fit. Humans don't wear shoes with toes. Let me tell you a tale. when I was like 10, I want to say. I was pretty young. Cause, no, I had to have been, I was maybe like 12. I don't know. It was when, cause I have, for anyone who doesn't know, I have a lot of siblings. I'm the oldest of 7 kids in the family. So, but they weren't all born yet when this takes place. So I was trying to like juxtapose. There were three other siblings at the time when this happened. And we were in New England. We had never gone. My parents wanted to go because on TV, all like the rich, snobby people on reality shows talk about going to New England to vacation. So they're like, that's gotta be a really cool place to vacation. So we went there for like a week, I want to say, and kind of just cruised around to different areas. Well, anyway, one of the places that they heard was, oh, this great vacation spot that they really wanted to go to was Provincetown, which, if you don't know, is like incredibly gay. Like porn shops on every corner, posters of like gay movies everywhere. It's like absolutely, it's like hyper gay. It's a gay vacation spot. But they didn't know this. And they hauled us at like them and 4 children there. And we were like, they were looking at us like we were like the specimens of the town. I know there's some of you guys in this chat right now that would probably fucking love Provincetown. But when we were there, it was like incredibly awkward because they kept asking us, people kept going like, oh, you brought everyone here? It was the funniest thing, dude. They were looking at us like we were the specimens. They were wearing super non-colored clothes. Oh yeah, that's a better, I forgot about that detail. When we were kids, at least, when we go on vacations, Mom would have us all wear the exact same outfit. So there were 6 of us walking around dressed identically. Which made it even more silly looking. No? That was like everywhere we went though. Even now, when we go on vacations, if I don't wear the same outfit as everyone else, which I generally don't because like, dude, I'm not gonna buy like whatever ridiculous outfit they're getting. They like, Mom always kind of like acts mad if I don't dress the same as them. When we were like fully armored, aka there were like all 9 of us. I think the last vacation that we went on, or like the only big vacation we went on where there were all 9 of us was 2017. We went to Disney World for the first, it wasn't the first time, because I'd been when I was like a little kid, but it was the first time like that I'd been conscious and that a lot of the other kids had been. And we dressed identically every day that trip too, because she was adamant about it. I'm from New England, I say go to Hampton Beach. I've heard about Hampton Beach being good. We didn't go there. If I remember correctly, that trip was all sorts of like weird, like, that trip was, you know, like people go to Japan, or sorry, people in Japan go to Paris and get like in a crisis because they realize that Paris is fucking disgusting and they think it's gonna be like beautiful and romantic. That was my parents realizing that New England is just expensive and it kind of sucks. Like they did not, they had such high hopes because they were watching like, they're watching, oh, what celebrities were they? It'd be like talk show celebrities or like Food Network people. They're watching Ina Garten and hearing her talk about, oh, my questionably gay husband Jeffrey and his yacht club are meeting for scones at the local New England bakery, and it's like, and that was like their impression of that entire area. They had no idea what it was actually like. And then they go there and they're like, what the hell, man? Everything's just kind of like old houses, and like it's really expensive, and that's kind of still the the impression I get. I don't think that was questionable. I need another Food Network enjoyer to corroborate with me on questioning the sexuality of Ina Garten's husband. Is she even still on the air? She probably is. She was like she's one of the icons of that channel. The food's fucking overpriced. We went out, I was allowed to eat lobster one night while we were there. Not an entire one, because Dad is too cheap for that. But, it was definitely good. Flaming. Oh, is he, or is he just New England? You're so right, though. Too cheap for lobster in New England. It's still like $20 for a lobster. Keep in mind, when we went out as a family, we weren't allowed, like, if you ordered a drink other than water, like, you're like in deep shit. You were getting your ass put on blast. You were getting extra chores for the next 2 weeks, brother. You did not do that. Yeah, I know. Well, I went to Maine with some friends like 2 years ago, and I ate lobster like every damn day I was there because it was so cheap. And when I go on vacation now, like, you bet your ass we're going to like the best restaurants. But it's also, I understand it's different when you're going with like yourself and some friends that are paying for themselves versus when you're hauling like 6 children with you, you know. Oi, oi. This is good times, man. I think we need to run a little test with this. This is like hair-thin 36 AWG magnet wire. I want to see if it completely toasts itself to death. Maybe I need some sandpaper to strip this. My parents brought a pot and burner on vacation so we could cook while there. That's awesome. I'm glad my parents never thought to do that. I'm so glad they never thought to do that. Because they 100% would have. They're very cheap. I mean, once again, understandably so. They had a ton of kids. And they're being budget conscious. New Englander and gay is impossible to tell apart. Every month is June in New England, baby. That's just because they're into, like, I don't know, things that are not traditionally masculine, I guess. Maybe it's just because it's rich people. I don't know where that archetype comes from. Europeans get the same the same smack. Never really gone on vacation anywhere. That's because you're like Chilean. If you leave your country, your currency is only worth like 1 penny. We have fake spring? What is fake spring? Let's see here. Can you guys even see this wire? Look, you can barely see it on the camera. I'm trying to like show it, but there, you can kind of see it catching the light. It's red. 1.1 pennies currently. My apologies. Poor Chile getting roasted live. I should show more mercy on them since they do live in Chile. There is no way that this wire the coating on this wire is thick enough to prevent mid-air arcing. I'm just hoping that it takes the path of least resistance, which it should, because that's how this works. Where's my sandpaper? Dude, the amount of people that think... This actually just brought back a memory for me. People always have this impression of electricity, where they're like... They think that electricity only travels the path of least resistance. And it's because, for, like, lightning, that's kind of like the rule for, like, staying safe in a lightning storm. But that's because lightning is free arcing across the sky. So it's only going to strike where the least resistance is, because... Let's see, look, it just tore the wire off. You can't even see the wire. I dated someone from Chile once. I wanted to help them move to the US. You were trying to visa mule someone from Chile to the US. I can't believe they threw that one away. Anyway, it's a misconception with the electricity, because electricity, like, if you're connected to the conductor, if it's not striking the arc, right, it'll literally follow every path, because you're just gonna be a resistor in a voltage divider if the electricity is gonna flow through you. And if it's high enough voltage, it'll probably kill you regardless. There's not a lot of sources of, like, ridiculous high voltage in, I guess, day-to-day life. Though, unless you're, like, fucking around with substations. But you're kinda asking for it if you're doing that. Here's the question. Will this arc get hot enough to melt this 0.1 millimeter wire? Because someone said for the metric chuds, this is a 0.1 millimeter wire. Do you unplug your electronics in a storm? No? My house is grounded. Why do I need to unplug my electronics? What's gonna happen to them, bro? That shit's grounded. We have a time where pollen gets everywhere. Are you in, perhaps, Georgia or Florida, by chance? Are you a Floridian? Do people really... Okay, I know I'm, like, sitting here, like, thinking about it. I'm trying to tell if it's a troll or not. Do people actually unplug their electronics in, like, an electrical storm? Who the hell does that? That sounds like something my grandparents would do. Because my grandparents will, like, watch the news and just, like, believe everything they say. So every time they do some kind of thing that's like... Oh my gosh. Grandma was like trying to convince me one time. This is a while ago, maybe a couple years ago. She was like, watch out, there's this new robbery tactic where they put a piece of tape on your car, and then when you take the tape off, they steal your shit. Oh, this is like... You gotta watch out. If you see the piece of tape, you gotta run the other direction. Like, Grandma, I don't think they're, like, taping my car. I don't think that's real. No, I saw it on the news, I swear. Is that, like, a real thing? I swear that has never happened. Facebook bullshit? She doesn't know how to use the internet, so she's not getting it on Facebook. I unplug my fridge every day after taking something out of it. What? You don't let your fridge run, like, all the time? Time to put tape on random cars? It's literally like a little piece of tape on, like, the door handle is what she said. Like, I was like, how long does it take you to remove tape from a door handle that it's like a robbery risk? When you just like, and then like go, and that's it? How does that open you up to robbery? Audio cues? What, I'm ripping the tape off? Alright, we have 0 visual. But sprint out from behind this tree and rob this person when you hear the duct tape rip sound effect. Surge protection will not stop a lightning bolt. Most houses aren't grounded. Huh. Wait, Nelson, does this mean you actually unplug all your electronics in a lightning storm? I've never thought twice about it. Alright, hang on. So, you guys can't even see... These wires are so thin you can't even see them. There should be an arc right there if this works. Yo! Ha 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 ha! You can't even see the wires. It's like invisible. Invisible to the camera. Invisible to the camera, but enough that that it arcs. That's awesome.
Ah, no! Crazy!
Alright, now we just need a little tiny, like, spool on either side. Not a spool, but a little tiny, like, bunch of it on either side. So when you shoot the dart, it carries the wires with it. Because the idea... I mean, that's the that is the idea, basically. Here, let's get this, I'll tape this to the side here. I can faintly see them. I mean, well, now you know they're definitely there, because it worked. It also doesn't seem... It looks like it melted the wire a little bit, and they got a little bit shorter, but it's not doing it that much. So it's fine for this project, because this is just like a joke project, anyway. A joke project that will 100% go in the arsenal. Do you guys remember the fake, You guys remember the fake taser where they had it powered by a 9-volt battery, which, like, is not nearly enough current to actually supply it? I should do another stream like that, where I look up, like, 5-minute craft bullshit and then try to make it on stream. Because that was a pretty fun one. Oh, hey, Sheena, welcome in. The sequel to the 5G stream? No, I did the original one before the 5G stream. But the 5G stream was a similar theme of stream. That one was fun because it was a little bit of reaction bullshit, sure. But it was also like it was fun to try things out. Also, we had a few explosions, which is always a good time. I'm bundling up this wire as much as I can. Just imagine the wire arcs to my hand and fucking zaps me when I activate it. That would suck. Okay, so I'm gonna make my taser dart here. You should see the gang stalking subreddit. What is gang stalking? Wait, is that people who think they're being stalked? Or it's like schizophrenic people thinking that they're being stalked by like a group of people, but it's actually not. I've heard of it before. I don't know if I actually know what it is. Gang stalking is a schizophrenic thing. Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean people aren't out to get you. See, Bunzel, I would maybe take you a little more seriously on that statement. And maybe like, damn, dude, you're right. Except that you're the guy that always thinks the government is out to get you. You're one of the people I know who thinks, like, when they go to California, they're gonna get, like, stopped immediately because the feds are gonna identify you as having, you know, Googled how to 3D print a gun in 2012. People are always out to get you. Source me. Yeah, you're the one out to get us. Welcome in, Mari. They are out to get us? I didn't realize this chat was this schizo. They're out to get you. It's called taxes. Taxes are just the government being assholes. I know too many people that don't pay their taxes and get away with it for me to believe that they truly have the omnipotent power to figure out where you are if you're not paying them. Not saying that I encourage not paying your taxes. I'm just saying I know some people who get away with not paying their taxes. In time, the IRS will probably win this. They keep profiling me? What are they profiling you as? You're like a white Canadian man. What are you getting profiled with, brother? Alright, hang on a second. This is a pain to set up, but I think it's gonna work. Yeah. Okay, so now, on the end of this dart, when this is activated... Yes! Is this slightly out of focus? I think it is. There we go. How's this Nerf taser gonna work? It's single shot like a real taser. It's basically just a normal-ass taser, but it's a Nerf gun instead of the usual projectile. And it doesn't have a little stabby bit to stick into you. Though I guess I could technically make one with a little thumbtack on the end of the Nerf dart. We were talking about, average, like, children fighting. But, like, if you guys ever do thumbtack on Nerf dart, I never went that far, but I definitely did, not a thumbtack, but a, like, bolt on the end. Here, I'll show you right now how the taser's gonna work. So, you aim at your target. Oh, fuck, it bounced back! Alright, hang on, maybe... maybe don't make it automatically turn on. Because if it bounces back like that... It's gonna end up playing yourself. Alright. Say your prayers. Basically, you shoot the thing out like that, and then you do that. Connect the wires to the thumbtack. Well, that's the idea if you had a thumbtack on it. So that it would stick. I don't like how close my hand is to these wires. I guess you could also activate it. No, I don't know if I want to fucking launch this thing while it's connected to power when it bounces. I'm not a Ryona streamer. I can see why they use prongs now. They don't want that to happen. Hang on, I do need to have something to stick. How much voltage you got moving through it? I don't know what the windings on this thing are, but it's in the tens of thousands. They sell it as like 60,000 volt voltage step up, but I know they're full of shit. It's not 60,000 volts. It would arc further if it did. I think it's like 15 to 20,000. And I'm not adding a more powerful step up either. Where did you learn that word? Someone's called me it before and I had to look it up. 10 to 30 kilovolts? Yeah, that would track. Oh, wait. It's pretty effective. This is the short range version, though. It's only this long. You really don't want these to get tangled up. Though, it appears the enamel keeps it... Because, like, what happens if it's, like, twisted like this? Is it gonna actually short there, or is it gonna short somewhere up the chain? Yeah, it shorts at the cross point. Which is not what you want. So keeping them separated is pretty important to make this work. We need to add our button that lets me do it with a button press. So let's actually disconnect this. It also isn't portable yet. It'd be funny to set the Fumo on fire. No, this is one of the expensive ones. This Hino was like $50. Why'd it hurt? Oh wait, the sandals don't come off. They just look like they do. I remember Leaflet telling me that on the Vyoshi Fumos, you can swap the outfits entirely. I can see the foam catching on fire. Oi, oi. You can. I haven't tried to swap outfits on them, but it is kind of cool that you have the possibility. My Heeners is wearing Mari clothes. Oh yeah, Mari's is also a Vyoshi. They are high quality. They're high... I mean, they better be, because they're the expensive ones. But you are getting your money's worth for the extra quality. Hang on, where's that bat one? Where's that bat Fumo at? I need it for tomorrow. I think it's over here. Yeah, because in the... That's a makeshift. That's not a Vyoshi. Ah! Bat. This thing has been in here just waiting to be deep fried. Finally, tomorrow! Tomorrow we deep fry the bat. Among other things. I've been sitting on this thing for so long. How could you ever do that to a poor Fumo? I bought it with the intention of frying it. Are you battering it? Oh, absolutely. We're getting a thick beer batter on this thing before we throw it in the fryer. We deep fry chicken. Oh, don't worry. I have an idea for food as well. I have an idea for, like, the whole meal. Isn't that how we got COVID? While frying a bat? I think that was cooking it in a soup. I don't think that's real, but, you know. It's kind of a funny meme. Have you streamed with Bat before? I've not. This is the first time I have. Bat specifically said she wanted to do this stream like a year ago. And then she kept being like, oh, we need to get that stream arranged. And I'd be like, oh yeah, how's this day? And then she doesn't respond to the message. And this happened like 4 times over the course of the last year. Until finally, finally we got one actually arranged. She's very busy. I made a mistake by joining late. Oh hey, the Voom, welcome in. No, you didn't make a mistake. You're here just in time. We've got our, this is like Proto A. of the taser device. If I strap that there, it's gonna fuck up the grip, so I think we put it, like, way up here. But then, the battery is, like, suspiciously close to the high voltage. Which I'm not a huge fan of. Also, we're gonna be ripping this off to attach longer wires. Because this currently only has, like... It only has, like, a foot of reach. Because I'm just using these for testing purposes. We could... no. Because I was gonna say, oh, maybe we could charge a capacitor. But we'd have to charge, like, a really high voltage capacitor to get it to arc like that. Or have a step-up circuit on the dart, which is not really possible here. Okay, these wires get tangled up now. They're gonna get tangled up worse once it's actually... Oi, oi. He's about to tase the Fumo target. Yeah. I'm getting the, I'm getting a little button. We need a button set. You pull the trigger, and then you press the button to activate the taser. That's the idea, right? I'm just trying to find one that'll actually suit. I was gonna use this tiny little, like, through-hole one, but that thing is 100% gonna get, cooked. It's gonna get so cooked, dude. I will use this little tiny switch. Someone posted on Discord an idea that I kind of love. It's a keyboard made entirely out of toggle switches. I gotta make that for stream. It's just like, it's a perfect for a stream idea. It's like stupid and impractical. Some people might want to test that gun for a kink. Who's into getting tased? I mean, I'm sure someone is. Because there are people into, like, getting their arms chopped off. But, like, how many people really? Because this thing's, like, legitimately pretty... dangerous? It's pretty high-powered. What's a toggle switch? It's a switch that toggles. Here, allow me to show the camera. See this guy? If it focuses, and you can toggle it back and forth. What would it toggle? Well, in this case, it's got to toggle the taser. It's the taser toggle. The taser toggle switch. Should work excellently. Cops have to tase themselves and tear gas themselves while training? Oh. Really? I did not know that. Why am I here? Good question. Good question, Hina. I needed a target. I needed a target, and nothing inspires me to want to pull out the taser more. Please also get mace, because mace is something you can grow accustomed to with exposure. You tell me you can get used to, you can get immune to pepper spray? They have to tase themselves before they can use a taser on anyone else. I did not know cops had to tase themselves before they could tase someone else. They should have to shoot themselves, too. No, wait, that's a... Wait, that... That sound... Not immune, but resistant. Am I your little pog champ? Imagine not letting a joke go for that long. No, let him cook. I said that not implying what without realizing that I was saying that. Which kind of makes it funnier, honestly. You add pepper to your water guns? Well, like black pepper? Please tell me there's some kids out there that don't know what pepper spray is and they're adding like black cracked pepper to the water gun. I am microdosing carbon monoxide for the last 5 years. It inspired me to start streaming. It must be working. How do you eat glass? By accident? Was it one of those things where, like, the glass was broken and you kept drinking out of it? I've done that before. I had a glass that had a big chip out of it that I kept using because I was like, yeah, this thing's still fine. And I had a friend get really mad at me because they're like, dude, you're gonna eat glass. Because it keeps chipping once it's chipped. And I didn't realize. But he's kind of right. The chip had, like, gotten bigger and I just didn't think about where the glass was going. Wait, eating glass is a neat carnival trick. You drink edible wax and eat bananas to coat your throat. There is what? That doesn't sound real. What happens once it gets to your stomach? Isn't it just gonna wreak havoc once it's there? I forget which is on and which is off. Oh wait, it says which is on and off on it. Never mind. Alright, hang on a second. Why'd you eat a glow stick? You don't have to ask a man why he ate a glow stick. I used to think it would be cool to, like, spit out the glow stick juice, but I learned before I did that it has the glass in it. Or, like, that the thing you break is made of glass. Which, admittedly, I understand someone not knowing that. We did it at church? You ate glow sticks? Hang on. I'm getting the torch right now, by the way, because I need to hot glue something. I'm still a little bit baffled here. How does eating wax allow you to eat glass? Like, do you swallow the glass and then, like, cough it up mid-esophagus? Like, how are you getting away with that? I think I'm just getting debated. But it sounded somewhat convincing. And that's all I need, baby. Have you ever seen the footage of that guy who could stab himself with swords? Because he literally built up an immunity to stabbing. But only in, like, very specific parts of his body. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I posted a video of LA Beast eating light bulbs. Dude, do you know how long I thought his name was La Beast? Yeah. This guy built up... Hang on, I'm distracted now. This guy built up, like, he stabbed himself little by little, deeper and deeper each time, until he had, like, entire channels of scar tissue through his whole body, so that you could just stab a sword through it and he wouldn't get hurt. Guy who could stab himself with swords. The man who defies death. Yes. This is it. Alright, shut up. Hang on. Hang on, this is so freaky. I'm gonna show you guys this. I don't even, I don't normally react. I don't normally do, react content, but you guys gotta see the man who can stab himself with swords. Just say that it would hurt, but the dude's probably been hypnotized. Yeah, hands on the hips, too. What a Chad. Need to know the exact location of your internal organs. Well, I think what would happen is when he would stab in the thing that made the scar channel, it was a sharp tip, but not a sharp edge, so he would nudge around his organs. Search for the trick explanation. The trick is that he stabbed himself slowly over, like, the course of 2 years, multiple times to get scar channels through his body, so he could stab himself with swords. Yeah, like the Princess Bride. Except instead of developing an immunity to iocane powder, he developed an immunity to fucking sword. Man, I had a lot of free time. I don't know how in, like, back in this day and age, you just decided you were gonna start stabbing yourself. The fact that they said hypnosis when it was probably, like, massive amounts of narcotics that were, like, easily available off the shelf at the time. Jump in, Fumo. Yeah, this is our target that we're testing the taser nerf on. 20th esoteric Eastern European Mystica that got imported Western. What your unemployed friends do on a Tuesday night. Okay, that's... Yeah, that's kind of spitting. The man was simply on that grind set. Your Honor, he was on that grind. Your Honor, he had that dog in him. Where's my... Oh, there we go. This is what people did before we invented VTubers. Like, man, I got nothing to do. Time to stab myself with swords. Did the Fumo sign the death contract? This shouldn't kill him. This won't kill the Fumo. But it will be putting it through the paces. This is the Fumo equivalent of the getting stabbed. Your Honor, my client was a Sigma male and merely on his grind set. Have you guys seen that video of the kid in, like, a high school classroom who keeps telling his teacher that he has to obey him because he's the alpha? I think of that video a lot. I also feel bad for that kid because he's, like, probably already gotten old enough to think that's cringy, and it wasn't even that long of a... It'll kill the part of your soul in every Fumo ever made. Why do you keep soul bonding to Fumos when you know this is what happens to them? I doubt this is the worst thing that's ever happened to a Hina Fumo. We're the generation that ingested the cinnamon and Tide Pods. We, motherfucker! Now's your generation! I was the generation before that. I was not on the Tide Pod munching gin. Please, I was the Harlem Shake gin, not the Tide Pod Challenge gin. It's an important distinction, even though those events are separated by like 3 years, maybe. Don't lump me in with this shit. Shows your driver's license. Nah, you can just infer by the fact I remembered what it was. Millennials are not the Tide Pod gin? Dude, no. Tide Pod gin is Zoomers, like, all the way through. What are you talking about? We're washing our hands of this shit. We weren't Tide Podding. Somewhere in between that. That just tells me, like, the exact age you were. Cinnamon was millennials? Dude, I'm telling you. When was the Cinnamon Challenge? 2014? 13? 14? I want to say that's when that was a thing. I don't know. It was a long time ago. No one else remembers either. Millennials was Ice Bucket Challenge. Ice Bucket Challenge was like the challenge. Like, it's the reason why all the other challenges exist. And it was luckily for a good cause. You guys remember planking? That was like around the same time. Man, that was a decade ago now. What we're talking about was at least a decade ago. Possibly more. Planking was fun. The milk crate challenge? Was that where you would run up a stack of milk crates? I vaguely remember that. Tom Green invented planking in the 90s. I don't know who Tom Green is because I'm not fucking old. Remember the guy planked on the McDonald's sign? Yeah, it's literally when I said the phrase remember planking, that was the image that popped into my head. I think that guy might be like the most iconic. So there's gonna come a time where someone's on like a lost media channel, they're gonna be like, who was the man mysteriously planking on the McDonald's sign? You're probably the right age for Tom Green, you just didn't watch MTV. Okay, you caught me there, I do not watch MTV. Remember the planking man from McDonald's? Here he is now. I saw a, Lost Media, like, YouTube channels slash blogs slash, like, social media accounts are both cool and also, like, what constitutes lost media has changed dramatically now. I stumbled across a like 20-minute long, oh my god. Jake, thank you for 12 months! I stumbled across a 20-minute long YouTube video essay from a lost media channel about how they found the Backrooms photo, and they were acting like they just found, like, you know, like a lost TV show. They acted like they just uncovered the grand cultural milestone. I don't know what's worse, the fact that that video was made, or the fact that I watched the entire thing. Good night, Akuma! Thanks for popping in as always, I appreciate you. Or maybe the suck at knowing what it's like, all those POV memes. I'm getting real fed up with these fucking POV memes that aren't POV. Stop saying POV, you're yada yada yada, and then it's not a POV. I do have an addiction to white man video essays. This is like my era. We are living in the golden YouTube era right now, dude. The fact video essays are like this common, oh baby. I'm living large. This is my content. I can watch esoteric, like, amateur documentaries on any given topic. I watched a 20-minute video on the source of the Microsoft Bimbo sign. And that guy also acted like he was uncovering, like, an archaeological dig. Because these lost media dudes all think they're, like, doing the grandest service to society in the world. Not to disparage their efforts here. They are doing some cool stuff, but, like, it is iconic. And this dude found the origin of it through a lot of work. Indiana Jones uncovering footage of guy farting on door. And I watched the one of them finding the backrooms photo too. And you know what it was? They found the photo because back when the original thing was posted on Twitter, some guy in the Twitter comments was just like, did a reverse image search. This looks like what the photo's actually from, and just fucking posted it. And because it was old enough that he had gotten that image from like an image search that hadn't been tainted by people reposting it, he actually found it correctly. Microsoft Bimbos guy was fired from his job for sexual harassment. Okay, what do you mean the Microsoft Bimbos guy? The guy who wrote the blog post that uncovered it, or the guy that made the video essay? Let's see, what's another, like, whack-ass one I've seen recently? Guy, so this kid was, like, 18 or something, too, who did one, where it was, like... He was, like, discovering the source of this, like, old infomercial book about how to make things out of ramen. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's crossing the wires. Oh, but this should work now. So I should be able to, like... Oh, wait. I should be able to, like... And then reach over here and hit him with the... Ah, fuck! Ah, fuck! We're back? Dude, I thought I fried the microphone. No, I just launched the seat so far back that it turned the switch on the back off because it slammed the mixer board into the computer. You okay? Yeah. This thing's not, like, that dangerous. Or, like, not that bad. Still, maybe this wasn't the best idea. Did you hear anything? I don't even know where the mic cut out. Would rubber gloves help? Not on this. Not unless they're, like, really thick. Yeah, I'm fine. I should have made a motion in front of the camera, but I immediately started trying to figure out what was wrong with the mixer. I just got a little zap. A little zap. Don't worry about it. We're fine. Alright. Maybe we shelve this one. Man, maybe this isn't the best project idea we could have come up with here. Hey, we made this and the full auto Nerf redeem, which is honestly an upgrade we've needed for a really long time. So I'd say this is pretty solid. Oi. Man made an auto taser in case he ever gets robbed. Yeah, if I ever get robbed, I can tase myself trying to hit the robber with the taser. At least I always saw a clip. I can't believe Hina won this, in this encounter. Fucked up, man. New bot idea, every 20 subs you get tased. Every 20 subs? I get tased? I wouldn't even know when they're coming, because I don't get that many subs in a stream, normally. So, It would just be random. One sub would trigger the tasing. She is unmatched. Disgusting. Disgusting. I'm hitting her with the bear taser here. Hang on, where's my... Alright, listen here, woman. If this tase didn't get ya, then maybe this tase will get ya. Oh wait, it didn't actually do it. Why'd my monitor go blank? Here we go. Come on. Zap. Is there something fucked up with this one? It's not working. Dude, I'm gonna get tricked into trying to move these things closer to each other, and it's gonna fuck me up. I can already tell. Oh no, it's actually just broken. What the hell? This one just doesn't... What? No, yeah, the power's on. I can hear it. And it's hot. Oh, it's actually really hot. This thing just doesn't work. What the hell? We hear a hum. I somehow fucked up the taser module. Alright, well, we've learned a valuable lesson on this one. No more handheld taser things that aren't the taser sword. Cause that one kicks ass. I swear, dude. Glad I stayed for a second longer, clipped and shipped. You got this shit on YouTube already? You're the fastest clipper in the world. Oh hey, Dr. Robot Finn, you just missed the accidental zapping. So experiment failed? See, this is why, you know how the high voltage stuff that I use for like the radiation cannon, right? That stuff can like actually fuck you up. There's a reason why I didn't use that system on this thing. You broke it? The monitor and stream was going blank. Oh yeah, because it fucks with the camera when it's putting off like the signal or whatever. Task failed successfully. Well, now what? Do we call this stream over at only 3 hours? I don't know what alteration I can make on this thing. I feel like I've already brought bad luck on it by having the fucking... by getting zapped by it when I'm trying to zap the Fumo. I'm not making a Balatro stream. That's like a bait and switch. That's fucked up. It's become haunted. You show off the taser sword again? Yeah, I can. 10 on a high note. I mean, this... I think we did end on a high note. It worked and then it zapped me. That's a pretty damn good ending. Here's the taser sword for comparison. I'm always afraid this thing's gonna get me. But it's actually pretty well done to not flash back. This thing, on the other hand, with its little hair-thin wires. Make Hinafumo grip for your gamer subs? Yeah. Hinafumo wants you to use code UU to get 10% off. Here, she's holding the AI-generated art gamer sub stuff. Here, I can't make her hold it, but just pretend it is. Have you heard of Cryptmaster? Wait, what is a word puzzle game with comedic horror elements? What does that mean? Hina's gonna sue me for this, because she also has a code, and I'm using her image to promote mine. I've been using Cryptmaster. Damn. We're gonna need to... You should see my EMP gun. Please share in the Discord. Exclamation point Discord for anyone For anyone who wants to join. And since we're Discord, there we go. And let's see, while I'm shilling. Also, check out the Twitter, where I post highlights it's typically the day after stream, right before noon. And then on YouTube, where I post shorts daily. Yeah, we're getting all the shills things. Hang on, who we gonna raid tonight? Twitch's algo is gonna, like, hate me for having 2-3 hour streams in a row. They're gonna be like, what the fuck, brother? It's okay, we'll make up for it with the Friday stream, which is probably gonna be pretty long, because that's our community night. I'm gonna open viewer mail and do some other fun stuff. Let's see, we could... Who could we go here? Hang on, Congo is live? I never get to raid my man Congo. No. We're doing Congo because I never get to, and I quote him all the time. Every time I go, oh, no this Kondeshi. That's a dank Congo reference. He's male, but he's like he's like the best male. I was lurking most of stream. Oh, thank you, Soy! I'm glad you were here for a bit. Good night. Thank you all. Sorry for a short stream. This was... You can tell there's been a bit of scuff on the stream because I got back from Off-Kai and was like, damn, I need a week-long schedule. And all I got is viewer mail and the Moriko collab pre-planned. Next week's gonna be shorter because I gotta prep for open sauce, but I have some funny ideas for the beginning. I'm talking like the week's over. The week's not over. We got like 2 more streams and they're both gonna be bangers. Who was a male enjoyer? Happy Pride. Yeah, happy June, everyone. Anyway, if you came in during the stream and you want to follow for more, I'm live weekdays at 6 p.m. EDT. Which weekday? You just have to see. But for anything else, I've already showed socials. I'll be sure to catch you guys around, and I'll see the rest of you guys tomorrow. Bye!